Over 2,000 years ago, the message from the angels to the shepherds still remains true today. Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be for all people. For unto you is born this day, in the city of David, a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. Fear not. The Room to Room family wishes you a very Merry Christmas and a joyful and peaceful Happy New Year.
Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 5.
Well, are you done with the shopping just yet? Christmas right around the corner, and we're getting you ready here in the sky here at Mississippi Live Weather. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynor. Welcome into Mississippi Live Weather at 5. We're so glad you took a break during your busy holiday to join us here for the 5 o'clock hour. Apologize for some technical difficulties behind the scenes, but we're up and running a little bit past the 5 o'clock hour, still tracking what is a calm forecast this evening. So we're staying dry between buys for any of those shopping ventures we're taking this evening. I know Tupelo is busy. That's the case all across the northern half of the Magnolia State. The evening forecast, still mild. We're going to enjoy those mild temperatures into those overnight hours, as well as our extended forecast, and that is going to be your Christmas forecast. All I want for Christmas is 75 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be a toasty one for sure. Let's track that out on the first 12. So you may see 67 degrees by 6 o'clock, gradually cooling off overnight into the upper 50s by those early AM hours. That's where we're going to continue to see those mostly dry conditions in place, and the little bit of moisture that we do have, that's going to be in the form of some fog. But nonetheless, we're still looking pretty good as we head into the rest of our Tuesday evening and into our Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve morning happening in just about 12 hours. As we track that out across the area, getting a look outside, beautiful sunsets, might I add, there in the Tupelo area. This presented by Mitchell Cunningham and Bowling. 70 degrees in Tupelo. Feels like 73. Dew point 59 degrees, so not exactly getting a rainy forecast, not exactly a gloomy forecast. Those clouds clearing on out, and a large part of those clear skies warming us up as a result. Now, not just in Tupelo, we're also tracking that in Kosciuszko. Still getting the hue of orange there in the distance, but just love getting to look at the North Mississippi Storm Chaser cameras to get a view of what we're seeing all across the northern half of the Magnolia State, and that is those clear skies and beautiful sunsets, and 70 degrees as well. But on the ground, it's a little bit more busy. Take a look in Columbus right now, and I don't know if the Christmas lights are lighting up Columbus more, or those headlights, because if you look right along Highway 45, that's all you see all the way down the road. So folks are out and about this evening looking to get those last-minute purchases. We're still a day away from where it's really crunch time, but I think that the holiday season is just in full swing. Folks are heading out and about looking to get everything they need as we get into our Christmas season. Our Mississippi Live Weather Radar still tracking those dry conditions, and if we put this on a loop, you can see that we've not dealt with any rainfall. One of the big questions whenever we're heading into our Tuesday was, does the moisture reach the ground? And so far today, exactly what we've expected, but on the drier side. And now we did expect at least a few sprinkles moving into the area, but even that has remained more elevated, and none of that's reaching the surface. So we're continuing those dry conditions into our Tuesday late afternoon and early evening hours, so no need to worry about that rain gear. We are continuing to trend on the drier side. And of course, rainfall totals just populating in a few of these, basically showing you there's been nothing. It's just been a very dry pattern, and will continue to persist into those overnight hours. Some fog moving in, that's what we're expecting whenever it comes to the moisture, but nonetheless, a sprinkle is not an impossibility, not exactly expected, similar to how it's been today. And satellite imagery, I love showing this at the 5 o'clock hour, because if we look at that gradually moving through the area, you can see some areas where there's some thicker clouds up there north of Highway 6, but if we work our way south, pretty much clear skies. And we'll loop this back one more time. And nothing to worry about if you live right along Highway 82 or for section south, but it's going to be some of those more dense clouds right along north of Highway 6 and up there towards Tennessee, and that'll continue to be the case overnight. Our surface analysis, expanding this out, you can definitely see that high pressure still dominating our forecast, but this frontal system that we were talking about yesterday is going to drive our pattern moving over the next few days. Not exactly with colder air, but drier air back behind it. High pressure building in and drier conditions as a result. So that's already moving south. We'll expect it to do so even into those overnight hours. And by the time this front fully clears, then we're going to make way to a drier than what we've been pattern. Even those light showers, just an impossibility once that system moves overhead. So 7:30 on your Tuesday, bringing it back in here to the southeast, you can see that we will get a few of these light showers possible. But like we were talking about a moment ago, we do expect some patchy fog to develop where that moisture is present. Not really in the form of rainfall, but that's where those greens popping up, that's what we can expect with that forecast. So that's 3 a.m. on your Wednesday, already seeing that patchy fog develop, but those best areas to see patchy fog still going to be north of Highway 82. As you can see, the moisture residing a little bit north of that line. So if we keep it going into 8 a.m., you can see that the chance of a shower, not an impossibility, but those limited chances clear out even more by noontime. Mostly sunny skies, 72 degrees, climbing even more into our afternoon forecast, 74 degrees with mostly sunny skies. A great forecast for sure. And that's our Christmas Eve. So the next 24, Christmas Eve shaping up to be a good one. Those Christmas Eve services shaping up to be a good one. It's just going to be a great forecast and definitely a gift this holiday season. If you had it on your list or not, it's going to be something that we're going to all receive in North Mississippi. And that carries over into our Christmas Day forecast. Tracking the latest details on that here on Mississippi Live Weather at 5 in the next 60. Oh, got to click back on it. So live on Mississippi Live Weather at 5, live from the Room to Room Weather Center in the next 60.
The number one reason insurance denies roof claims is not what you think. Insurance companies aren't denying your claim because you don't have damage. They're denying it because they don't have documentation. This is why we use drones, AI technology, satellite imagery, and just good old roofing experience to document everything that might be wrong with your roof. You as a homeowner need a roofer with documentation standards. Call Absolute Restoration. Let us come and inspect, document, and present.
As a bankruptcy firm, Mitchell, Cunningham & Bowling realizes many people are worried about their finances. We're here to guide you through the next steps to restart your life with easy video appointments. New clients don't have to leave home to get information about becoming debt-free. Also, convenient in-office appointments are available at the low cost of $340 upfront for a Chapter 13. You can be on your way to being debt-free. Contact Mitchell, Cunningham & Bowling today or visit our website at mcdebtfree.com. We are here to help you.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Nothing like a North Mississippi sunset. Take a look outside on the North Mississippi Storm Chaser camera in Clarksdale. 69 degrees, mostly clear skies, and that orange hue on the horizon where that sun's beginning to set. Hopefully bringing in some cooler conditions, but nonetheless giving us quite a sight as we head into those late evening shopping plans. Now, as we take a look in Rolling Fork, those similar conditions on the horizon, 73 degrees, so bumping that temperature up 4 degrees from Clarksdale. Nonetheless, that is just a beauty. Definitely a great sign. Thank you to the North Mississippi Storm Chasers for providing this. We definitely look forward to this at the 5 o'clock hour here on Mississippi Live Weather. All right, West Point, 67 degrees right now. You do see traffic rolling pretty smoothly, I will say. But I do expect that to continue to build as we head into our late Tuesday plans just because, well, it's shopping. It's Christmas. We'd expect it to. But in the skies, we're looking good to go. Not much traffic up there. As we take a look on our Mississippi Live Weather radar, no drop of rainfall in sight. A little bit of cloud cover, but even that, not nearly as extensive as what it was yesterday. But as we take a look at that forecast of rainfall moving forward, we're talking about into our Wednesday, nothing. Into our Thursday, nothing. It's going to be a very dry pattern over the next couple of days. So hopefully you got a little bit of those showers yesterday because it seems like that's a thing of the past. And our Christmas is bringing quite the gift in dry air. Of course, retail rundown as we take a look at those shopping forecasts. 7 p.m., 65 degrees, 8 p.m., 62, and 9 p.m., 60 degrees. Still mostly clear as we head into those overnight hours. So a great shopping forecast, a great retail rundown. And hopefully you guys are getting what you need tonight. And hopefully those shelves continue to be stocked. All right, let's take a look at Futurecast. And again, we're tracking that patchy fog heading into your Wednesday morning, your Christmas Eve morning. I guess tonight is Christmas Eve. Oh, that's wild. I did not even realize that. 10 p.m. on your Tuesday, mostly clear skies continue to remain in the area, and that'll gradually stick around until we get towards those early a.m. hours, and those greens, those showers start popping up. Now, these are not going to be showers. This is primarily going to be in the form of some patchy fog, and that starts to build along the Tennessee state line, gradually working its way south, where we could get even more of that patchy fog to develop around Amory, Bruce, Water Valley, even New Albany. So Folks need to have those low beams on for the start of your Wednesday, but nonetheless, temperature-wise, we'll still be sitting very, very solid. Our low temperatures heading out the door Wednesday morning: 61 South Haven, 59 Tunica, Clarksdale, and Cleveland, 56 Grenada and Houston, and 53 around Columbus. Meant to do this yesterday. No wind chill going to be factoring into this forecast. A big reason why we do have fog forming is because those winds are not exactly in existence. It's going to be a very calm pattern, and that's allowing for some of that moisture to form into fog. Now, I know what you're saying. Gabe, what are Penny and Leo doing behind you? Well, that is your countdown to sanity. We know that school break or a winter break is in full effect, and the kids are running wild, ready for the Christmas season to be here. And if you are waking up tomorrow for those Christmas Eve plans, your countdown to sanity, let's start with that. 11 days, 17 hours, and 42 minutes. So, yeah, we're all counting down on our watches, but still got a good ways to go. But as we wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be a blessing. 58 degrees, great forecast to send the kids outside and let out some of that energy and that steam, and maybe make it a little bit more tame inside the house. 69 degrees by snack o'clock, right along that noontime hour, and the time where you're asking to send help, 3 o'clock on your Wednesday, 74 degrees. So Christmas Eve, shaping up to be a good one, and I know that the little ones are just excited for the Christmas season. We were talking, my wife and I, behind the scenes, that this is our last Christmas without having baby Cruz here. So this is our last Christmas just to us, and then we get to do all of the Christmas plans next year. Excited for this year and really excited for next year. Just cannot wait. So I guess we'll be able to take in the no school forecast, I guess, next year, the year after, whenever Cruz gets a little bit older, and then the countdown to sanity starts to begin. All right, Futurecast on your Wednesday continues to remain on the mostly dry side. I know there is still that green popping up, but that's not going to be producing any showers. It's really going to be in that form of patchy fog. Now, it does try to linger throughout the day, but that little bit of moisture gets burned up by that sunshine and not going to stick around too long into our Wednesday forecast. Already by late morning, those light showers dissipating on out, and then by lunchtime, those drier conditions move overhead. Now, still getting a little bit of a breeze out of the southwest, but not going to be too impactful to our forecast. And if we keep this moving into our afternoon, you can see that little bit of moisture, whether it's fog or a sprinkle or two, not going to exactly have any more impacts beyond that noontime hour. We're sitting very comfortably into the afternoon forecast and into those Christmas Eve services. If it does start around 4, 5, or 6 o'clock, not going to have to deal with any of that rainfall. But then the story shifts. Going to be the temperatures, or not shifts, I guess it's the same thing we've been experiencing, but the high temperatures are just going to be absurdly warm for this time of year. 74 New Albany, 72 Senatobia, 73 Clarksdale, working our way south, 75 in Greenwood, 75 Starkville, and 76 Columbus and Vernon. So shorts and a t-shirt, that might be the attire heading into those services, at least maybe for me, just because that is a warm forecast for sure. Just unbelievable that we're experiencing that type of air here in North Mississippi. Our Futurecast into your Wednesday night, staying on the drier side once again with those clear skies, and those clear skies do try to stick around as long as possible into those overnight hours. Now, heading into our Thursday morning, not an impossibility to deal with some patchy fog once again, because the winds aren't that strong. It doesn't clear out that moisture, and so some of that moisture is trying to stick around, and that allows for that patchy fog to commence. But Thursday morning, of course, it's a time for spending time with family, opening those gifts, and just soaking up a great holiday season. And it's going to be allowing you to do exactly that whenever it comes to the forecast. Honestly, open the presents outside. That's how good this forecast is going to be. Maybe a blanket of clouds as we get into those morning plans, but those starting to clear on up by the afternoon and leave us with some mostly clear skies by the afternoon. A large part of these clouds we do expect to be those high-end cirrus clouds, so not exactly making an impact on our forecast. And definitely no rainfall on our Christmas, and that's the one thing we can definitely be grateful for heading into our Christmas season. Now, high temperatures Thursday, 74 Tunica, Clarksdale, Cleveland, 76 Greenwood, Bruce, 74 Amory, 75 Starkville, 75 Macon, same thing Tupelo, and 73 Boonville, Corinth, and Iuka. So toasty forecast for sure. Expanding it out on your Thursday, you can see that there's mid to upper 70s across the board with low 80s still showing up around Texas. So if you're heading west, we're going to look at travel forecast coming up at the 6 o'clock hour. But if you are heading west, going to be even warmer than where things will be here in North Mississippi, and we're already trending pretty warm. Your Christmas Eve forecast, 74 degrees, Christmas 75, mostly dry forecast once again, but those warmer temperatures reign supreme, and I should almost put abnormally warm, extremely warm for this time of year, because this forecast is just unheard of for how warm those temperatures are. Now, Wednesday, Thursday carries over into your Friday and Saturday, so those weekend plans, the last weekend of 2025, still trending on the warmer side, but then the forecast really starts to shift. You take a look at those rain chances Sunday, 40% in coverage. That's that next frontal system rolling on in, going to drop those temperatures as a result and give us some decent rainfall outputs. Honestly, the best rainfall outputs of the entire 7-day drops those temperatures to 67 degrees by Sunday. And then we get into Monday, 40 degrees for highs, 30 degrees for lows, and then Tuesday morning, 22 degrees. Happy New Year at this point. But still, it's just going to be a cold pattern heading into next week. It makes you appreciate what you have right now with that warmer air. So as long as it wants to stick around for, we'll definitely not complain here in North Mississippi. We appreciate you guys for watching. I know it is a busy, busy time of year, but taking the time to watch and support us here at Mississippi Live Weather is one of the greatest gifts that we could ask for. We cannot thank you guys enough. If you have not already done so, go ahead and download that Mississippi Live Weather app, free and available on iOS and Android today. Scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen, and we will keep you updated on that forecast as soon as you download it. But our broadcast schedule, that is at 5, 6, and 10. It's going to be on that 24-hour stream at the top of the page. So our next broadcast, following suit, is going to be at 6 p.m. And then we'll be back at 10 p.m. tracking the latest for you here on Mississippi Live Weather. Again, we thank you guys for joining us. We hope you guys do stay safe in the traffic and enjoy the great temperatures that we have. We'll be talking more detail about that forecast coming up here at 6.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
If you're a family of 4, 5,
or 6, 7,
Merry Christmas from Mississippi Live Weather.
That was good. I think that was the one.
Okay.
There we go.
oh, you guys didn't do it.
No, we didn't.